All right, today I want to talk to you about this guy that is a freak athlete that's on your roster that I'm willing to bet most of you have never heard of in your entire life. And hey, if you have, congratulations, you are a big Seahawks fan. But that's the kind of stuff we do on this channel. First, we talk about teams that are overlooked by the national media in the NFL. We are Lions fans. We're trying to give you a non-biased opinion. And we want to go and we want to cover that stuff that you don't hear in most outlets. We want to not only bring you the normal stories, but also the ones for the true fans. The guys who want to know, the guys who want to be able to talk around the water cooler at work. Is that still a thing? That want to... and gals that just want to know more about it, future people in fantasy football, whatever it might be, and I got one for you today. All right, you have a wide receiver that you have undrafted out of Arkansas that is an absolute freak of an athlete. Here is his RAS score, and his name is Tyrone Broden. He's, like I said, a wide receiver out of Arkansas. I'm just going to go ahead and give you some stats here. All right, he is 6'5", listed as 6'6". All right, he's almost 200 pounds, so he could be a little bit on the heavier side. But I would like you to take a moment and look at some of the grades. For a guy to be 6'5" and to run a 4.37 40 is extremely impressive. What's even more impressive is to have a 1.51 10-yard split. The 10-yard split means that he can get off the line quickly. The 20-yard split means that he can continue to accelerate quickly, and the 40-yard split or dash means that he can hold an elite speed. So not only can he get up on you quick with his speed, but then he can run by you with his speed. That's the big difference here. All right, he has great explosion, that broad jump, which helps him increase his catch radius, and then it says poor, but I would say to mediocre agility. So he's a freak athlete, but what has he done in college? And I'm going to tell you not much, but then I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be that worried about it. All right. When he first started in 2020, as a freshman, he was intriguing. He came out of West Bloomfield, Michigan. So he's up by us. We're out of, I'm filming this from Michigan. All right. Big Lions fan. I told you that. Big U of M fan. But your coach is good with me. He was a D coordinator for us at U of M. All right, and he's really what kind of helped start the resurgence. But his second year at Bowling Green is when he broke out. 36 catches, almost 600 yards, another 32 for 500. Great average yards per catch at 16.6 and 15.8, and great amount of touchdowns, 5 and 7. But then he did something, and I got a great comparison for you here. Then he did something that doesn't make any sense. He transferred to Arkansas. And he's not the only guy to transfer to Arkansas. In fact, we have one of these ourselves, and his name is Isaac Tesla. This is a Detroit Lion. This is who they drafted. When you look at his numbers with Arkansas, he was the number one receiver there. He was the best receiver at Arkansas, and he had 34 and 28 catches over the last 2 years for 351 and 546 yards. When you look at Tesla and his RAS, he's about the only person who can make Tyrone Broden's RAS look poor, because he is an absolute stud of an athlete. Why in the world am I talking about a Detroit Lions wide receiver when I'm talking about a Seattle Seahawks wide receiver? I know you want me to keep it about the Seahawks. I'm showing you this because I don't want you to freak out about these numbers at Arkansas. 15 catches each year, 109 and 200 yards. I don't want you to freak out about that, because when you go watch the film on this guy, what you see is a quarterback. Smith was their quarterback, that flat out could not throw the ball within a century of on time. I've never seen anything quite like it. So every catch that was had, it was like, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open, I'm still open, ball. It was unbelievable watching this. It actually hurt. It hurt my soul, right? So if you want to see what he actually has the ability to do, what you need to do is you need to go back and you need to watch his Bowling Green film where I'm not saying it was a good quarterback. I'm not saying it was good quarterback play, but it was better. Like, it was better quarterback play than he had at Arkansas. So you have these two elite wide receivers, two guys that are coming out of smaller programs, and Arkansas takes a chance on them. Here's the problem. Arkansas valued the elite athlete. They didn't know how to use it. So with this guy, he's one of those people that it's like, well, if he can make use of this, like, okay, maybe, just maybe, they have a shot to be good, but they couldn't. So what about Seattle? Is there room for him to hang around in Seattle? Well, when I look at your wide receiver room, there's a couple things that make sense to me. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp are a no-doubt lock to make this team. 100% no doubt locked in. All right? After that, Marquez Valdes-Scantling is a lock. Now, who's another guy that everybody loves? Just a massively tall wide receiver. It's Jake Bobo. But here's the thing about Jake Bobo that you have to understand. Jake Bobo is not very fast when it comes to go-go. That was really cheap, right? Like, that was a really bad joke. Don't let me get away with that. I apologize. That's nasty. In fact, when you look at Jake Bobo's RAS score, all right, you're looking at something that is, quite frankly, absolutely nasty. So if you're looking to replace a tall guy, right, that can go up, get the ball, contested catch type of deal, how about instead of saying, hey, Jake Bobo, who is arguably the slowest wide receiver to ever test at the combine, maybe we go with a guy that has a lot more green on his RAS. He has some stuff that he has to learn. Don't get me wrong on that. I understand that. And I know Jake Bobo is like a legend. I know he's a legend when it comes to Seattle. I get that. So who else? Who else are the guys that are going to make it? You have an undrafted rookie out of Michigan State. You got Broden. You got Ricky White, out of a 7th-round pick out of UNLV. You have Torrey Horton. I like him. He's going to make the team. I think he's a good player. Right after that, Sims, Cody White, like Young, like these aren't guys that are just like, oh my goodness. So if you think you can put him at the back end of that roster, or if you even think you can put him in the practice squad, I wouldn't be surprised if after being able to work, get in an NFL workout lifting facility, get him working with good coaching, understanding the route tree, doing stuff like that. This is a guy who absolutely could be part of a difference maker for this team in the future. I think of him, the perfect solution for Tyrone Broden is he sits on the practice squad this year while Marquez Valdes-Scantling is the go guy. He does the vertical route, and he tries to stretch the field vertically. And then next year, Broden is your guy. There's a shot. All right, for that and more stuff, all Seattle Seahawks, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. We do a bunch of teams from around the NFL, but we talk about the Seahawks. We do a video on them at least once or twice a week. So always fun doing it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.